Wait, 10,000 years can give you such a crack in the neck. I messed it up. But man, my neck's really out of whack. Hello everyone, and welcome back to A Year and a Day with me, Ian. This is the recordings, the records, I suppose, of my Arthurian quest to better myself and right the wrongs of my past. Today, we cover the events of my sister's birthday. Well, it wasn't much, really. I believe as I recall, I woke up, did some groceries for my dear old man, which, a bit of a hassle because one, we needed plantains for some mofongo, and there were no plantains to be found, at least good ones anyway, and then trying to find chives, especially differentiating them from green onions, it's a hassle, especially because they're not like kept together. They're like, the chives were kept in these half-ounce plastic containers. It just feels so wasteful. Anyway, getting the chives, getting the plantains. I got some brown mustard seeds, which apparently I was supposed to get the actual mustard and not the mustard seed. But I'm just like, I don't know, man. I got it anyway. Got that. We got the celery seed, and we got out of there, spices in hand, like a Dutch trader from the age of exploration. Yes, that works. Anyway, get back, get the stuff in hand, proceed to, I think I studied. I believe I did. I either studied or I passed out for a bunch of hours. I know I did that. I just kind of, because, poor sleeping arrangements. And one thing I dislike about my room is that I don't get good circulation unless I leave my door open. But if I leave my door open, sounds travel. And we don't want that. So I get the door closed, but of course, I wake up in a pool of sweat every time I sleep, which isn't fun. It means I have to change my sheets often. So I think I pass out for like 6 hours, and wake up, and I should probably get out and, do some exercise. So I went out, and, I attempted to go out. I did go out. I drove all the way to my local park, and I found this group of people doing a Mexican settlement reenactment. I was like, what? Didn't realize this was happening today. Guess we're doing this now. So I decided, I'm gonna walk around the settlement, and I had text, are we gonna count you in for, singing your sister's birthday song? And I'm like, oh man, I didn't think that was, I knew it was gonna happen. I didn't think it was gonna happen so soon. So anyway, I drove back, but on the way there and on the way back, I listened to the new Japandroids album, and it's a pretty good album. It gets you pumped up, it gets you going. My personal favorite song from the record is Positively 34th Street. energetic, a good story, just really fantastic. I wrote I likened, when discussing it, I said it makes asking out sending a text to a one-night stand to be the most important decision of your life. That's what that song does. I read through a bunch of retrospectives about the band because it's the band's last album. I've actually been actively listening through the band's entire discography. I think I'm gonna go through it again to really get a good sense of things. But the album that I really enjoyed was Post Nothing. Celebration Rock was good as well. My favorite opener has to be Near to the Wild Heart of Nothing. I mean, oh my gosh, what a fantastic song. Absolutely fantastic. The ending to that album is good. It's just the middle bits, they're like something missing, you know? It didn't feel quite as impactful. That seemed to be the general consensus, that it was a low point within their discography. But it honestly wasn't that bad. But yeah, this new album's good. And it's very interesting to kind of get into a band solely because they're ending. You know, it's like someone who got into David Bowie. No one only the hits and got in because of its death. That's the situation. It made me want to, get into their work. And it's some pretty fucking good stuff. It's so much energy in just drums and guitars. It feels like a lot of those songs define this idea that I always try to pursue somewhat when making songs, when performing, is to perform with reckless abandon. Like performing as if it were the end of the world, end of days, as if it were the last thing you were ever to fucking do, and so you give everything to it. And then for the no singles compilation, no allegiance to the Queen. There, okay. We covered all the projects. I didn't particularly care for the singles myself. Not really, not at all. And also a lot of the EPs, the heavier stuff wasn't really for me either. But anyway, that's besides the point. Japandroids, we've covered them. Now we go over to going back and singing the birthday song. I tried to be, smart and be like, oh, I'll play along on my fancy little doohickey, my fancy little melodica. But can't really do that when no one else is singing in key. So I just dropped that and sang it normally. The cake it wasn't cake, it was 2 donuts stacked on one another, courtesy of moi, because I had went and purchased Krispy Kreme, my sister and to a greater extent my family's favorite donuts, and we shared in those, and we got this, and my mom pulled out the special trick candle again. They just sparking all over the place, going all crazy, and when trying to blow it up, it relight the candle, and you try to blow it out, and it relights again, and fascinating, I know. That pretty much was it. My mom is getting into this show called Geek Girl. And at first I was like, ugh, this show. I detested the show and its protagonist, and particularly like the editing. It's just they couldn't fill enough substance for any scenes. So there's all these short scenes, then a song clip, and then a short scene, and then a song clip, and a short scene and a song clip. It's like I'm listening to a fucking angsty teen playlist. And so I looked into the show and I'm like, oh, now I know why I'm not liking this character. And I think it was like, why is this character acting the way it does? The character is autistic. It was written by an autistic person and is acted by an autistic person. It is the true, authentic, it is and true, autistic. It is and true, authentic, autistic experience. So I'm like, oh, it's me. Oh, it's me. Hi, promise me. I don't really care for Taylor Swift except those early songs that are increasingly tied to my youth, and so I'm blinded by nostalgia. Do. But yeah, after that, dishes into the room, locking myself away to pick up the mind of continuing to watch videos. They will never learn, will they? Dun. 1812 Overture, which is a great tune. I will say, listening to the whole thing, it's that if you only just listen to the ending, you're doing yourself a disservice. Just let the build up flow through you. I love music. And I think we'll call it there. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Ian. This has been A Year and a Day, number 61. Take care, and good night.